Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Off Leash, presented by Voyager Dog Food. I am sitting across from Janine.
Correct.
And is this your company, Janine?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So it's a company called
Project Suds. Yep.
Okay. So you mainly do dog and cat shampoo?
Well, we started with dog and cat shampoo, and we have expanded the line. But yeah, that was like the main products.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. When I walked by your booth, and I didn't ever expect to interview someone that did like pet shampoo, but I walked by and it smelled so good.
Awesome. Thank you. That's good.
I literally did a double take and I'm like, what is that smell? It is amazing. And then there was another woman working in your booth that was very friendly.
Yeah, Trish, yeah.
Very well knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And I was like, these smell so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I was like, are these for like people? And she's like, no.
Oh, you can use it.
I guess you could.
I use everything. So yeah,
you use everything. So it's all natural. And I started reading the ingredients, very limited ingredients.
Yeah, super clean ingredient line reading. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with what made you want to do this?
So my whole life is in pets, right?
Okay.
So for over the last 20 years, I had my own independent pet store. I still have it. And before that, I worked in a pet store. So literally like born and raised in the pet industry.
Okay.
And about 8 years ago, I had a pit bull that had really bad allergies. And my whole focus always for the last 20-something years still is nutrition. Food will cure everything, fix everything. Your dog's itchy is because of food. And so we always push diets your dog's itchy because of the wrong diets. And then I finally got a pit bull that I couldn't correct with food. Put her on a raw diet, eliminated every protein source you could imagine, and I just couldn't get her skin right. And that's when I started to use the products I have in the store, marketed for skin issues. Nothing helped. Everything made it worse. And it's embarrassing when you're in this industry and you can't fix your own dog. You're like, oh my God, the people ask me what to do and I can't fix my dog.
Right. And you're like, I don't know.
And yeah, I was like stuck. It was like the first time I got stuck with I couldn't fix something. So I started to research the ingredients that were marketed for medicated skin or allergies. And I started just going down the rabbit hole and I'm like, this is terrible. This is terrible for her skin. It's not helping. So like I said, I started a long time ago, about 8 years ago. And the stuff that was marketed back then a lot of shampoos are still marketed this way. When they market it medicated, they use a very strong chemical that it just destroys the microbiome on the dog's skin. So it kills everything. It kills
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a chemical they use in hospitals mostly, and it just kills everything. So it makes the dog good for a day or two, and then the third day, the dog's absolutely worse because they need that natural microbiome on their skin to protect them from other things.
Right.
So I started making my own shampoos and salves to clear her up, and it actually works. So I was like, I'm going to bring this to market. And like you said, it's an odd category. You never thought you'd be talking to somebody.
Right.
It's not. It never seemed to be an exciting category. It's I always focus on food and nutrition. But it was just something that was lacking in the industry. I think food has gone, we've done so much in food in the pet industry is great. We've had so many great raw brands now. So much has changed. There's so many options. But I feel like the grooming category is always kind of a second thought, right?
Right.
So I think it was really important just to think about the external skin as we do internally also.
Oh, most definitely. So my dad's a veterinarian. He always says the dogs are allergic to food, fleas, or environment.
Yeah.
And so he's like, if it's not fleas, you treat for food. If it's not food, you treat for environment.
Yeah.
So it's one of the three.
Yeah. And the environment's the tough part.
And sometimes they can be allergic to all three.
Yeah. Yeah. She was allergic to all three, right?
Yeah.
So, but the environment's like if they're allergic to grass, dust, things like that, you can't get rid of it, right? It's they live outside. They live indoors. They're just things that you can't get rid of.
Right.
So what we did was make a shampoo that will actually moisturize the skin. It will remove the natural allergens. And we use apple cider vinegar and everything. And apple cider vinegar is just absolutely fantastic ingredient that just kills bad bacteria, it kills fungus, but it keeps the natural, the good bacteria in the skin. So it keeps the natural microbiome intact. So that's really what's important.
So I'm sure you've heard of people that they bring their dogs in and they chew on their paws really heavily.
Yeah.
I've heard from so many people, just spray apple cider vinegar on the paws.
Yeah, because it kills the fungus.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you technically discovered or developed this because of your own dog.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, I think that's like everybody's like reason for doing anything is because you're trying to fix your own pet. We love them. Like anything, it's, it's my baby, my heart,
So I work for a dog food company called Voyager, and that's actually how we started our dog food, was because we had a dog pass away from a disease called copper storage disease. So, and that's because every single dog food company in there adds in chelated copper, like copper sulfate, copper protonate, copper acid chelate, same stuff that they use to kill pond algae. So our dog died at age 6. So my dad, who's a veterinarian, was like, this is not right. This ingredient should not be going into dog food. So he created our own dog food.
Yeah.
Without the chelated copper.
Yeah. Like,
So same deal.
Yeah, same thing. You gotta, we're always worried about our babies. We gotta fix our babies. And like the industry is growing. So it's great that like people are being innovative and like realizing what we shouldn't do and like how to change and how to make it better.
Exactly. Because he was like, well, now I want a good option to feed my dog.
Mm-hmm.
I want a good option to feed my friends' dogs.
Yep, exactly.
And my clients' dogs. And my,
Yeah.
So it just goes, it's something that you're doing for yourself, but in terms doing so that other people can offer their dogs their same thing.
Yeah.
So tell me all the products that you guys offer.
So besides the apple cider vinegar, the other thing that was really important to us is to be plastic free. Plastic is becoming like a huge
I was going to say, I love your packaging.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
Yeah. So
it's almost like I'm sure you've heard of Dr. Squatch.
Oh, Squash.
Yeah. It's like almost like the dog version of Dr. Squatch. Like, I love the packaging. I love the vibe to it. It smells amazing.
Thank you.
Even if you look at the ingredients, there's not a single... Oh, you have Manuka honey in it?
Yeah. We use Manuka honey in a couple of our products.
I love that. Like, sometimes, I don't know, a red flag for me is when I flip over a product and I read the ingredients and I can't pronounce stuff.
Yeah.
And everything on here is super organic. Olive, coconut, castor, organic apple cider vinegar, Manuka honey, oatmeal, aloe. What's mica powder?
So it's just coloring. It's just coloring, yeah.
I love it. It's beautiful, and this beautiful packaging.
Thank
and
you.
I can smell it from not even the box being opened. It smells amazing. And this is the pet shampoo bar.
Yeah.
Do you think that people like the shampoo bar better than like a liquid? I feel like it goes a lot longer.
It does. I like the bars better. They last a lot longer. I think they're easy to use. It's trending in the human sector. Like bar shampoo is very big. It just takes a little bit to get into the pet. But it's definitely trending. I think it's going to be the direction we're going into.
Yeah, I love it. And okay, so what is this?
It's our little balm. It's our pore balm. It's like a pore wax. Yeah. So
that is so cool.
All our packaging is going to be glass, cardboard, paper.
That is
aluminum.
Wonderful. So tell me about what you'd apply this to.
The paws, mostly paw pads. You could do their noses, their elbows, any dry spots, but it's mostly for the paws. It's like it's the summer. The hot cement really burns their paws, or they dry them out, or their noses. You have your dog, in your bed with you, and they have like really rough paws, and they scratch you. Yeah, those will like moisturize their paws. It's a shea butter based.
Okay. And so tell me about this product.
So this is the newest thing we did. Like I said, we started expanding. I'm huge into whole foods. I don't like synthetics. I don't like synthetic vitamins. Mm-hmm. And we did a couple of whole food supplements, all in glass jars. This is our berry boost. So all our supplements, we're using a coconut flake base, and then we use whole foods with it. So this one has blueberry, cranberry, and marshmallow root.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you can.
I've heard so much about marshmallow root lately that actually marshmallow root has marshmallows back in the day had medicinal purposes.
Oh yeah.
Before they started like making them sugar.
Yeah.
So they were actually supposed to help with like sickness and immune system, and that's crazy.
So we do the coconut flakes for the palatability because obviously blueberry and cranberry is super tart.
Yeah. So this is just like a topper. Like you put it on dog food.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's good for dogs and cats.
Okay, is there anything like that you'd recommend, like if your dog had a deficiency in something, or is there any specific type of dog or case that you would give this to, or just all dogs?
For chronic UTIs. Any dogs
UTIs?
Chronic UTIs. There's a lot of dogs that even if they're on a good diet, they'll have chronic UTIs. They could be like a low squatter or, rolling in things. Yeah. There's different reasons they could get UTIs chronically. Yeah. So that will help.
Okay. I have a dog that I know of that has a hooded vagina. Oh, yeah. And so she chronically gets UTIs. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So this would be good for her.
Yeah, it'll help keep her flushed.
What is the ingredient that helps with the UTIs?
Blueberry and cranberry.
Okay.
So the blueberry and cranberry, there's an ingredient inside that stops the crystals from attaching to your urethra, so it'll help flush them out.
Okay.
Demonase is the actual active.
Do a lot of Dalmatians go on this stuff? Because I know that Dalmatians get a lot of, I forget what they're called, UTIs and have purines. Have you ever heard of that?
Not purines, no.
Purines?
No.
No, I've just heard of that quite a bit for Dalmatians.
I don't find too many people with Dalmatians. I haven't, like, I think I have like
It's not a
one
very
or two.
popular breed.
Yeah, it's not. Like, I'm thinking like maybe 1 or 2 people I know of.
Yeah. No, I get that for sure. What's your most popular selling product?
Probably our shampoo bars.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a full line of shampoo bars. This is the new one. This is our spa collection. That's why I brought it up. So we did 3 different scents. The original line we did is just the all essential oils, and then we did clay colorants. So it's for like people who are like super particular about ingredients, reading ingredient lines. And then we did candles. So I don't know if you saw our candles.
Yeah, I did see the candles. Those smelled so good.
Yeah, so we did soy-based candles with phthalate-free fragrances, and they became super popular. And so we took the 3 most popular scents from the candles, and we put them in our shampoo bars. So we just have these 2 kind of different lines, depending on, you know, the type of customer you are. You know, some people prefer scents, prefer just essential oils. So we did both.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are all the scents that you offer for your...
So in the original line, we have our honey oatmeal, which is completely unscented. We use Malanuka honey. Then we have our lavender and clary sage. We have our patchouli and blood orange. Patchouli is super polarizing. So it's like, you know, I love patchouli, but it is a polarizing scent.
Right.
And then we use charcoal in that one. We have our cedar and hoewood, which we use pink kaolin clay in that one. And then we have our medicated, which is, even though everything's great for dogs with allergies, our medicated, we use a niaouli oil. Niaouli and neem, that will really help break down if your dog has a fungus issue.
Right.
And then we have our flea and tick that we use neem oil is the main ingredient. And then we use diatomaceous earth in that also.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's the original line.
And you also have it in a liquid form.
Yeah, so everything comes in liquid form. So all our bar shampoos from the original line comes in bar or liquid. And then this is the new spa collection. We did bars and liquid also.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like I said, bar shampoo is definitely trending. But like I said, for the people who are a little bit hesitant about bar shampoo, we do have the liquid options.
So being a global pet, are you trying to partner up with like a lot of grooming facilities or just...
So we try to partner up. We love grooming facilities, but we're really on... we really cater to the retail end of it. Like I said, the original shampoo line and everything we did was kind of focused on dogs with allergies and skin issues. So we always feel like the independent pet store can talk about different solutions for pets with those problems. Because no matter what you do, like if you use our shampoo and you have an itchy dog, if you don't get the right diet, if they do have food allergies, you're not going to correct it, right?
Right.
So we want to partner up with people who could talk and get down to the root causes of it. We're only like... helpful if they could get them on the right diet.
Right. No, I totally understand that. Yeah, and I think that your products are amazing. There's very limited ingredients. It's very natural. Where do you source all of your ingredients?
So, like everything comes from different places. So our coconut oil comes from Philippines. Our olive oil comes from Italy. There's certain things you just can't get in the U.S., right? It's just not grown here. All our essential oils, which is a big topic, right? Everybody always asks about essential oils, where you source it. All our essential oils are sourced, obviously, from different countries, because like I said, most of our essential oils aren't grown here. But they're all tested for purity. They're distilled. They're all used in a 1% dilution ratio in all of our products. Because like that's such a hot topic. Essential oils, right? Is it safe? Is it safe? But like I said, all essential oils are completely safe and tested for purity and then used in a safe dilution ratio.
Right.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Because I just read something recently about certain, like I have an essential oil diffuser and they were saying like you're not allowed to do essential oils, certain smells or certain scents around dogs.
Yeah, so there's always controversy on it. It depending like who you ask. And I think it started with a lot. Essential oils is very expensive. So I think there was like that big push that everybody was diffusing essential oils. And it was a lot of essential oils that were cut with something else that were sold like, you know, Walmart or some place that were just not pure essential oils. And I think those are causing problems. But I think that's where it started from. And then there's no grading on essential oils. Is that our essential oils are the best quality. You know, they're all tested for purity. But there's no ratings. Like people always market things like, oh, this is therapeutic grade. But there's no real like rating system. You can't just be like, you know, somebody came up with a rating system and gave you that. It was just something you called it yourself.
Right.
So we don't say therapeutic grade or anything like that.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay, so if I wanted to go order this today, where would I go?
You can go on our website. We ship direct to customers, yeah.
You want to plug your website?
Yeah, it's www.projectsuds.com.
Do you guys offer on Amazon?
Yeah, we're on Amazon also, yeah.
Okay, I buy everything from Amazon.
Okay.
I love Amazon.
Yeah.
And if somebody wanted to go follow you on social media? Or?
Yeah, we're project_suds.
Project_suds.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind type of content do you guys post on there?
On the Instagram, a lot of like we post stores or stories. We have a social media girl who posts different product shots and like pictures of dogs.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have another question. Can you bathe cats with us?
Certain ones you can. Yeah, we marketed like our unscented, our lavender. What else? Medicated and flea and tick are all marketed for cats, dogs and cats. It will say it on the box which ones are safe and which ones aren't.
Do you have a cat?
No, I used to, but I don't have a cat right now.
Did you ever have to bathe your cat?
No, thank God, because I feel like it's a safety issue at that point. You know?
I know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you have any tips or tricks for bathing cats.
No, I mean I think you should leave it to a professional.
That's
Bring him
right.
somewhere.
That's right. Every time I've ever had to bathe a cat, I'm like, oh,
Oh my God, I know it's scary.
this is the worst.
Yeah, because I have a lot of groomer friends, and it's like I think it's like the scariest
Like a
thing.
life or death
Yeah,
battle.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm like I don't want to be here when you do this.
No, I completely understand. Yeah, let's get some outro music. Thank you so much for joining
No problem.
today.
Thank you.
You are amazing. I love the story, and I love that you actually started this because you wanted to fix a problem that your own dog was having.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Very similar story to Voyager.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you wanted to order any of her projects, or I'm sorry, I think of Project Suds.
Yeah.
If you want to order any of Project Suds products, you can go onto their website. They have a vast options.
Yeah, we have a big selection.
Yeah, huge selection. Also candles.
Yeah, we have candles too.
So check them out whenever you get the chance, and we will catch you on the next episode.